Guys, trust you guys are doing great. So just like I promised you guys on the previous video, I told you guys I would be keeping you guys updated on how the market reacted, and we would be looking at what's the possible outcome of where the market might be going to. So I think that was on the 1st of July. Yeah, that was on the 1st of July. So I was anticipating the market to come back to somewhere around this region here, then trade lower. So you see dollar index traded higher, going up to above this to run out this high. So it's one thing to have a setup, it's another thing to have criteria to confirm to you to take that setup. So when market was at this region here, there was no criteria for me to sell dollar. So I was actually on the sideline looking at what the market has to offer. So now coming into the following week, which is, I think this is by Monday, I was still observing to see what the market had to do. So I was looking at a possible scenario here, because if you see where we took all this high, we tried to go higher here. We have some more like a shift in market structure. So I was looking at a scenario whereby we could have a possibility of price holding here. Yeah, just like I told you guys, let me make this point of reference. Just like I told you guys, dollar is bullish, but I'm looking at it that dollar is overpriced already. So I wanted to see a possibility of dollar coming down to a discount price for me to be able to hop in. So now I was looking at this particular region to see if this could actually give me a possible scenario to sell, but no, price never gave me any chance, never came into that level. You see, it just came right above a little bit and consolidated all throughout the whole day. Then on the next day, we just had dollar pushing higher and higher. So now the next day again, we had another rally again. The market has just been more like pushing to the upside. So, and having to the fact, I already told you guys this week that we're having this week is an NFP week. Just like I normally told you guys on episodes on Money Show, I told you guys that there's no need of you trading on NFP week. If you are privileged, you just need to stay on the sideline and just monitor the market, because in most scenarios, the market tends to or is programmed to manipulate on NFP weeks. So now this particular lesson this morning is to help those of you who will be looking to trade NFP tomorrow to also look at how looking at the market, what am I expecting from the NFP tomorrow. So as you guys can see, we have NFP coming out tomorrow. So we'll be looking at, and aside that we have NFP coming out tomorrow, we also have an important news coming out on EU also, which is this is for all day, and whereby we have the ECB president speaking also by 12:55 before the NFP comes up. So now what am I looking for? So let's go to monthly time frame a bit. So now looking into monthly time frame here, we have this liquidity here being run out already. So now we have it that for the past, I think this is about 12 months or thereabout. I don't know if it's up to, okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So this is about 12 months. So we have it that dollar has been rallying higher for almost 1 year now. So now, in a scenario where we have such kind of thing, it's expected that dollar has gone to its extreme peak. Do you understand? Dollar has moved to its extreme peak. So there is a possibility that we should have a major correction before we continue to, if we are going to continue to the upside, before we continue to the upside or to wherever we would be going to, there is a possibility for us to have a major correction. Do you understand that? So now looking at weekly now, coming into weekly now, we have this week already. You see the candle, very bullish. Let's look at daily. So now looking into daily now, so just like I told you on 1st of July, I told you guys I wanted to see a scenario whereby I would have loved to see price coming down to probably somewhere around this region, then before I hoping for a buy to rally higher. But we see price just never came down to a discount price for me to buy. It just continue pushing higher. So we have 4 to 5 consecutive bullish days. So now looking into the daily, we're still very bullish. But if I look at my previous price action, I'm not seeing anything that we are likely going for. All I could see on my previous price action, we have actually taken them out. The liquidities I'm looking at on the previous price action has been taken out. So coming into 4 hours here, I would categorically say that dollar index has been overpriced. Do you understand? Dollar index has been overpriced. So I would want to see dollar index trading lower, especially even if we cannot go lower. I want to see this liquidity area created on the 4th of July to be round out. So what am I looking out for? Let's go to 1 hour time frame. What am I looking out for NFP tomorrow? So you could see I already have my drawing here. So now what I'm looking out for tomorrow being NFP is that I am expecting NFP. I'm expecting the data for NFP to be slightly positive, but in the sense that the data should be positive, but it would not have the strength to drive dollar higher. Due to it's going to be positive, but a lot of persons will think that since it's positive, then dollar should continue going higher, but no. So what I want from that, why I said I want it to be slightly positive, is that I want it to give dollar the strength to do or to push higher a little bit. Then why dollar pushes higher a little bit, I will be looking for opportunity to short dollar. So going into next week, I want to see dollar trading lower. I want to see dollar trading lower. I want to see this liquidity here created on the 4th of July to be round out. So this is basically what I'm looking at for dollar tomorrow. So I want, when NFP comes out, I want to see dollar having that first push to the upside. So while we have that first push to the upside, I will be hunting for what? Sell opportunity on dollar. So that's basically what I'll be looking for. So if this liquidity is not being raided by that period of a time, or let's say during London should take out this liquidity, then during New York should give me a possible retest of this region to trade lower. So this is basically what I'll be looking for. So if I don't see any possibility to this, I'll definitely be staying on the sideline. Then probably by weekend, Saturday or Sunday, I would re-update you guys on where or what I think about the market. So this is basically what I'm looking at for on dollar index. So let's look at GBP USD. So now looking into GBP USD, let me take you guys briefly to monthly time frame. Okay, let me take you guys to monthly time frame. So now I have this liquidity in focus. I'm looking at this liquidity area here, which the market created. When was this? This is by 2020. So I'm looking at GBP trading lower to run out this liquidity. But in the meantime, we don't have to dispute the fact that we have taken out previous month low, and definitely if we take out a previous month low, there's a high chances of we going higher. Do you understand? So going into weekly, you can see that the weekly already is trying to close as a rejection candlestick, So there is a high tendency of this bearish candle turning out to close as a bullish candle at the end of the week, which is tomorrow. So which is still slightly what we are looking at for DSY. We are expecting DSY to push lower, whereby if we should be expecting DXY to push lower, then definitely we should be expecting GBP to push higher. So let's look at daily time frame. So if you study the price action here on daily time frame, you would see that, let me start from here, we're making a series of lower highs and lower lows, right? Good. So now what did you observe? Each time we create a low, we try to push high a little bit, right? each time we create a low, try to push higher a little bit. So now on a second thought, I think we would be looking to do what? Trade higher in this scenario now. So this is more like we are starting, this is more like the low has been set, so we are looking to do what? Push higher a little bit. And if you guys remember, I've always wanted GBPUSD to buy because that's what it has oversold. And if you look at previous month has been taken out, the low of previous month has been taken out. This is the low being created by June has been taken out. Okay, so this low was created by June, so there's a high tendency that we might be coming for this particular region here. We might be coming to fill up this region here, or there's a high chance that we might even push to take out this liquidity here that is going into next week. Do you understand that? So what will I be looking out for here on GBPUSD? So how I'll be engaging GBPUSD is to see if I can have a little bit push to the downside. Remember, when I'm having that push to the downside, I should be expecting what is it called, DXY, to be pushing to the upside to run that liquidity. Thereby I will be having a SMT divergence. So now this is what I'll be expecting from GU tomorrow. So I want GU to close as a bullish candle tomorrow. So I want to see that first push to the downside, giving me opportunity to buy. Then we close higher. So I want to see GBPUSD trading to around 1.2100 by tomorrow. So now let's look at 1 hour. So these are our previous month low. So now today I was expecting GBPUSD to trade lower. I was expecting GBPUSD to trade lower. So if you look here, you see that yesterday we ran out previous days lows of yesterday. We have liquidity here was round out. Okay, so now what I was looking out for today for me to be able to hop in for a buy was I wanted to see price coming down. Do you understand? Now coming down a little bit to run out this low, then go higher. So but market never gave me any kind of pattern I was actually looking out for today. So the market will just pushed higher during London section, then during New York we had some kind of retracement, then we pushed higher again. So the market never gave me the kind of pattern I was looking out for to trade. So but what I could say is that we have a break of structure here already. We have a break of structure here already. So we have a break of structure here already. So what we should be looking at for now is, can we have a retracement? So now I would say is, can we have a retracement down to this particular region here, which is this particular region here, 1.19800. Then can we get something to give us a push to the upside? So we have all these as liquidity. This is liquidity for me. So we have this liquidity. So now I would want to see price going higher to run out all this liquidity. So this is the way I would be engaging GBPUSD tomorrow. So if I see an opportunity to buy GBPUSD, I would want to see GBPUSD going higher to do what? To fill up this level here. So this is where I would want GB, that is, if there's gonna be volatility in NFP tomorrow, I would want to see GBPUSD trading higher to this point. So this is basically what I will be looking at for GBPUSD tomorrow. So now let's look at Euro US. That's it for GBPUSD. So I think, do we have somewhere to look out for entry here? No, I'm not seeing any good. Okay, I think we do. Okay, we do. So we have this liquidity here was being raided. Then we have this point here where we should look out for entry. So I think you guys could put your limit entry at 19,800, as we already said, if the stop loss is favorable to you. If the stop loss is favorable to you. So you have just so this is a good region for us to look for. So if we can have a first push to the downside, which is about 50 pips push, so I think this will be a good opportunity to hop in for a buy. This will be a good opportunity to hop in for a buy. So this is about 200 pips trade forecast. So let's see how this goes by. Let's see how this goes tomorrow. So depending on what NFP has to offer to us tomorrow, we would be looking at how we would engage. So this is about 30 pips stop loss. This is about 30 pips stop loss. So that's it for GBP USD. So let's look at Euro USD. So let's look at Euro USD. So let's look at Euro USD monthly time frame. So now here on Euro USD, we see we have 2017 low being taken out on Euro USD. Euro USD pushed lower to run out major liquidity on 2017 low. So now we have a high tendency of seeing price doing what? Retracing a little bit. You see, a lot of persons have bought Euro USD based on this support level. I won't be explaining reasons to why price went lower, but a lot of persons must have bought based on this. So I believe those people have been manipulated. This is a very good discount price for me to do or look for opportunity to buy. So going into weekly time frame, we have weekly still strongly bearish. You can see this week candle is still bearish, so we can still see this week closing as an indecision candle. So now looking into the daily, I would want to see Euro USD basically taking out previous day's low to give me opportunity to buy. So let's look at 1 hour time frame. So now if you look at Euro USD very carefully, you would see we have been, the momentum at which we are pushing lower has reduced at this level. The momentum has reduced. Do you understand that the momentum has reduced? So now there is this high chance of we going higher today. So now I want to see price taking out this low here at 1.0420. So I want to see price going lower, then before I hunt for what? A buy opportunity. So we have all these that need to be filled. So that is where I will be looking at Euro USD coming back to. So I would be looking at to see if we can have some sort of consolidation, expansion to the downside, then give us privilege to push higher. So this is what I'll be looking at for Euro USD tomorrow. So let's look at gold. So you guys could see gold has been on a bearish trend for a very long time. So today I actually was looking for a sell opportunity somewhere around this region, got stopped out. So now I want to see gold taking out this liquidity here. I want to see gold taking out this liquidity here before we push higher. So now looking into daily time frame, you could see how today's candle closed as an inside back candle. So I want to see gold trading lower, taking out this liquidity. So I don't know for sure if we would be taking out this liquidity here. I don't know for sure, but this should be taken out even if we are going to have some kind of sort of pullback. So I want to see something of this nature. Can we bring gold price back to somewhere around this region before we come back to attack all this liquidity here? So this is basically what I'm looking out for gold. So this is what I'm looking out for today ahead of NFP. So you guys should remember these are just forecasts, they are not actually reality. So you have to apply this now with wisdom. You have to have your certain criteria and certain rules that you want to use to enter the market. So you don't just go into the market blindly because somebody forecasted. No, the market is a game of probability, and um, what I'm just doing here is just giving you my own perspective or my own view of market. So I'm not responsible for you going into the market to risk your capital in the market. So that's it, guys.